Thousands of Zimbabweans now have until December to put their papers in order. The Home Affairs Ministry says the extension affects about 180,000 permit holders who face deportation if they cannot find alternative legal permission to live in South Africa. The special work permits for Zimbabweans were introduced more than 10 years ago. Although they've gone by different names, their goal has been the same: to legalize the status of thousands of Zimbabweans already living in South Africa. But over the years, the permits have been a source of controversy. In 2021, the government announced plans to discontinue the Zimbabwean Exemption Permits, saying it had outlived its purpose. The Zimbabwean permit holders were first granted work visas in 2009. Over the years, the visas have been repeatedly extended. The extension of the validity of the exemption permits by a further 6 months will enable Zimbabwean permit holders settled in South Africa to apply for substantive work visas. Gordon Zikiti is one of those Zimbabweans working and living here. He came to South Africa in 2009 looking for work opportunities. Zikiti is a chartered accountant and works in the finance industry.
The decision to come to South Africa was actually mainly influenced by the situation obtaining back home, the economic situation that was quite dire. And we had like huge economic woes that were actually frustrating every individual, be it a professional or not. So myself being a professional, I decided to leave my home country for South Africa for economic reasons, to probably try to make a living by getting employment here in South Africa. And that was actually the main reason behind leaving my home country.
Zikiti and his family now face an uncertain future.
It's a problem for the mere reason that we do not have, or I do not have a clear plan for the future, for my family, for my career. So it's just been like very turbulent situation since the expiry of the permit up to now.
Some non-governmental organizations have been trying to persuade the South African government to halt the process of phasing out the permits and rather consider granting permanent residence to the ZEP permit holders.
Since our engagement, when the minister announced the cancellation of the ZSP, we have been engaging with him and his department to inform him of the extent of the humanitarian crisis that this would result in its impact on not only the individuals who have the ZSP permit, but their families, and that's extensive. It's young children, many of whom were born in this country. This is their home. What the implications would be to go into what would be a foreign country for them and a totally different schooling system, and that none of this has been thought through when this decision was made.
The permit extension means that no Zimbabwean permit holders may be arrested, detained, or deported until after the new set deadline. Yuli Sanjamela for CGTN in Johannesburg, South Africa.